Hey guys, it's Mr. Chu, and here's what you're going to learn today. By the end of this video, you should be able to investigate and formulate proofs involving the properties of parallelograms. And here is our first problem. We're asked to solve for the value of x in the parallelogram below. Then, we must solve for the measure of angle E. Now, if we take a look at this diagram, there's two different angles that are marked. Angle D and angle F. Now you'll notice that they're not consecutive angles of a parallelogram. They are opposite angles of a parallelogram. And something that we just discovered is that opposite angles in a parallelogram are congruent. That means they're equal to each other. So, in order for us to solve this, let's go ahead and set each of these expressions equal to each other. So we have 29x minus 2 is equal to 27x plus 2. Our first goal here is we want to get x by itself on one side of the equal sign. So we're going to have to do a little bit of algebra. I'm going to subtract 27x from both sides. So we wind up getting 2x minus 2 is equal to 2. Next, I'm going to add 2 to both sides. So we get 2x is equal to 4. And lastly, let's divide by 2. So we wind up getting x to be equal to 2. But we're not quite done yet. So, what do we know about consecutive angles? Because now we're looking at angle E, and it doesn't really matter. We can look at angle D or F. Let's look at D. Consecutive angles are two angles that are right next to each other. So, we just saw that consecutive angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. Now recall that supplementary means that they add up to 180 degrees. So let's go ahead and find the sum of angle D and angle E. So angle D plus angle E, they're supplementary, so they add up to 180. And what I'd like to do here is, let's substitute in things that we know. We know that D measures 29 times x minus 2, plus we're looking for angle E, and we know that this is equal to 180 degrees. Oops, and you can't even see that, but that's okay. Now let's start simplifying a little bit. So we got 29 times 2. We have to follow our order of operations. So this becomes 58 minus 2 is equal to 180 degrees. Simplify. And our goal here is to get angle E by itself. So what I'll do is subtract 56 degrees. And we wind up getting angle E to measure 180 minus 56, which is 124 degrees. Ta-da! And that's it.